In this season of hate, here is another story that shames India. NewsX has unearthed it, and how should we put it? An enclave of bigotry, perhaps in Bengal, where a particular community, in this case the Hindus, have not been able to celebrate Durga Puja for years altogether. Documents accessed by this channel, NewsX, reveal how the state administration has been approached several times by local Hindus to allow them to celebrate Durga. But for reasons not disclosed, the permission has repeatedly been denied. Locals on record have told NewsX that the Muslim community have counter-petitioned local administrators, calling upon them not to grant permission to the Hindus to celebrate the festival, as this, they say, would provoke tensions. For at least 4 years, the discriminated Hindu community has found no support to fight their cause. It's a story no one wants to report. A story that netas dismiss as a localized event, forgetting that this could also have been said of Dadri and Moodbidri. A section of the political establishment is already focusing and accusing the state authorities of institutional bias as unvarnished discrimination for vote bank compulsions. This is the story reported from the ground.
The auspicious occasion
reported from the ground.
The auspicious occasion of Durga Puja, a festival intrinsically embedded in the DNA of West Bengal. But in this very state lies a village where even Durga is barred, a place where even a faithful can't worship her, an enclave of reverse bigotry where even prayers are termed provocations.
Durga Puja is by far the biggest festival for the people of Bengal. But 350 kilometers from the state capital, there is a small village named Kangla Pahari in district Birbhum. The villagers here are not permitted to perform Durga Puja since last 3 years by the state administration, but no formal reason have been cited. But sources tell us that police wants communal harmony in the area. In that case, the villagers here raising question on the intention of the administration and also so-called term secularism.
दिक्कत आ रही है, परमिशन नहीं मिलता है. थाना पुलिस एप्लीकेशन होगा तो हम लोग के यहाँ परमिशन देने से कोई अच्छा होता. मुस्लिम समाज है, वो लोग भी एप्लीकेशन किया है. हम लोग के यहाँ दुर्गा पूजा होगा तो हम लोग को गौ हत्या करने के लिए परमिशन चाहिए. दुर्गा पूजा में कोई उपास किया हुआ रहता है, उस भी अष्टमी के दिन उपास होता है. वो लोग भी 6 किलोमीटर दूर जाके मैंने उपास तोड़ने पड़ता है. एक बार हुआ था तो उस टाइम में बोले थे जो कोई पूजा यहाँ करेगा तो हम लोग जितना कमेटी के आदमी रहेगा सबको उठा के ले जाएंगे.
2012 में जब हम लोग मूर्ति बनाया तो हम लोग पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट जैसे है, प्रशासन है, वहाँ हम लोग भी एप्लीकेशन किए हैं लाइसेंस पाने के लिए, लेकिन वो लोग नहीं सुने. जी नहीं, तब दोनों नहीं होगा तो यहाँ पर कोई आप लोग पूजा बंद रखिए. हर साल सभापति साहब दरखास्त देते हैं, हम लोग भी साथ में है, लेकिन बार बार आते हैं वही बात.
It's a story no one wants to report. It's a story which proves us once again that injustices and inequalities exist on both sides of the fence. With Tapas Sengupta in Birbhum, Bureau Report, NewsX.
All right, before I open this up to guests joining us on the panel tonight, my colleague Tapas, who reported this story, these are the 4 sets of documents. This is the rejection of the permission given in 2015. An application was sent by those villagers. I have it here, it's in Bengali. An application was sent, and I can tell you, if I can translate what this application says. The application says over here that the women of the village are being forced to travel 4 to 5 kilometers to break their fast on the occasion of Durga Puja. They have a temple. They seek permission for the conduction of the Durga Puja facilities. It's been sent to the SDPO in Rampurhat as well as the district authorities. Nothing happened. They got a rejection which was simply of 2 lines, and the government is not giving permission for this. It happened last year, it happened the year before that. It doesn't say why. Tapas, help me understand, and our viewers understand. Why? What was the reason behind denying this permission? Tapas.
Well, indeed, it's very unfortunate incident because we are living in a 21st century world, and around 350 kilometers away from the state capital, this very remote village where the villagers wants to perform Durga Puja, denied permission by the administration, the local authorities, citing examples of communal disharmony. However, when we have gone through all the letters, the deputations, the application seeking the permission of to perform Durga Puja, the reply that the villagers have got from the part of the administration, the very categorically written that they are denied permission and they cannot perform Durga Puja. But exactly no reason have been cited. If communal harmony be that reason, then why wasn't it was mentioned there in the letter? There's a larger question right now. On the other hand, the villagers are of the opinion that the people from both the communities reside peacefully in the village, that they do not have any kind of animosity amongst themselves against each other. So if they are living happily, then why is it the administration not taking adequate steps to let them perform Durga Puja in a nice and a better way? And this is not for the first time. For last 3 years, they have been seeking.
Okay, Tapas, if I can just ask you to hold your thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Tapas. I'll just come back to you in a second, because I want to take Modu's opinion on this tonight. With us, Subramanian Swamy of the BJP, Tapan Ghosh. He is the president of the Hindu Samhati. He's joining us from Kolkata. Abid Rasool Khan, who is the chairman of the AP State Minorities Commission. He's joining us from Hyderabad in just a bit. Tapan Ghosh, if you can hear us, it's a simple question, sir. How is it that this permission has been rejected for 3 years? And the simple question and the premise of reporting this story has been that an official reason has never been given. Let me put that to Abid Rasool Khan if I can. Do you not see, Mr. Rasool Khan, an unfairness in this?
I would like to answer this in two different parts. One is the local administration and their action. It is very unfortunate that they have not applied their mind on an application for performing Durga Puja, and without giving a reason they have rejected it. And that can be answered only by the local authorities, and you can question them. But the bigger question is, the way this debate is shaping up, is that why this situation has arisen in our country where two communities cannot celebrate a festival at one time peacefully, happily. It is a fact that Bahadur Shah Zafar, during his time, he had formed the first Ram Leela committee in Delhi, which is existing till today, and Navratri was celebrated for 9 days continuously under his patronage.
Hang on, sir. You said situation has arisen in this country. This permission is being denied for the past 3 years. So if you're making an allusion to a change in power in the centre, sir, this has been denied for 3 years, long before there was a new government at the centre. I'll just come back to you to finish your thought, because the BJP has been reacting to this. Two of the senior BJP leaders, one in charge of the state and the other, a vice president of the party, have spoken to us. Let's listen in.
Well, Mamata Banerjee's secularism is a colorblind, and that's how she practices it. And therefore, secularism means appeasement for Mamata Banerjee, because she looks at 30% vote bank, and therefore, for last 3 to 4 years, the people in Birbhum, they want to practice Durga Puja. They never get permission. They apply through the proper channels. We have our own state unit and district unit helping them to get the permission. They don't give those permissions.
No, I'm surprised there's no outrage. I'm supposed it had been done in, say, in Madhya Pradesh. I think it would have been national news. And I myself was wondering when I heard first about it, that why it's not making the news. I think this is the main reason why secularism is getting discredited in the broad masses of the Hindus. It's all one-sided, and I think those who prevented us should be prosecuted, put in jail. Otherwise, the centre should, in my opinion, send a stern message under Article 256 of the Constitution.
Abid Rasool Khan and Tapan Ghosh still with me. Word there from Bharatiya Janata Party, and they, of course, are blaming the Mamata Banerjee administration. Tapan Ghosh, do you agree? Is this an administration at fault? Because Abid Rasool Khan says that even though he would like to see these Hindus celebrating Durga Puja, it's an atmosphere, he says, that has been created in this country that is denying them so, despite the fact that this application has been rejected for 3 years, not 1.5, 3. Tapan Ghosh.
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि ये घटना आपने जैसा बताया कि ये स्टोरी को सप्रेस किया गया है, इसी तरह 1000 stories have been suppressed of West Bengal by the national media, mainstream media. This is reality. Just 2, 3, 4 days back, when our Durga Puja immersion was there and simultaneously the Muharram festival was there, at that time at least 1000 communal confrontation incidents happened in West Bengal. All these stories have been suppressed. I am not a government person, I am a very ordinary person. Even to me, at least incidents of 50 incidents reported to me. Therefore, out of 36,000 villages in West Bengal, I can guess that at least 1000 incidents happened.
Okay.
The major incidents happened in South 24 Parganas district, Sarisha, where SDO and SDPO had to take shelter in a Ramakrishna Mission ashram. Their Hindus' houses have been
counter
damaged.
allegations, sir, have also been made, and clearly the situation has not been good, but we are raising a very simple premise tonight, which is about balance, about righteousness and peace and harmony. Before I give Abid Rasul Khan a chance to engage in that debate, I've got more reactions coming in on this story. It's really becoming a hot topic. Let's listen in.
सरस्वती पूजा कितना स्कूलों में बंद हो गया, कारण क्या है? जो सांप्रदायिक संप्रीति नष्ट हो जाएगा। ये पूजा जो करने नहीं दिया, ये पुलिस ने सीधा बोल रहा है, जो इसमें कम्युनल हार्मनी नष्ट होगा। तो कोई भी आदमी उसका अपना मजहब का दृष्टि से कोई भी पूजा जो करने नहीं दिया, ये पुलिस ने सीधा बोल रहा है, जो इसमें कम्युनल हार्मनी नष्ट होगा। तो कोई भी आदमी उसका अपना मजहब का दृष्टि से कोई भी कुछ करे, उसमें कोई रोक लगाना नहीं चाहिए। पॉलिटिक्स इन लोगों ने कर रहा है, पूरे प्रशासन को पॉलिटिकलाइज कर दिया, और इस पॉलिटिकल जो कारनामा वही आपको बीरभूम में देखने को मिल रहा है।
मैं समझता हूं कि राज्य सरकारों का दायित्व बनता है कि सभी उपासना पद्धति के लोगों को समुचित रूप से संरक्षण प्रदान करे, और संरक्षण प्रदान करते हुए उनको श्रद्धा व्यक्त करने का अवसर दे। अगर इस पर किसी भी प्रकार का आघात होता है तो प्रशासनिक व्यवस्था की ये अक्षमता है या जानबूझकर बदमाशी हो रही है, शासन को, राज्य सरकार को इस बात को विशेष रूप से ध्यान देकर ऐसे लोगों के विरुद्ध कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए।
Abid Rasul Khan, the charge that has been made is that this is counter politics. If an allegation of politics can be made against one political party for the style of politics it follows, then an allegation is being made against the ruling party in the state of Bengal for counter polarization. Abid Rasul Khan, what do you make of it?
There are two issues. One, I don't hold a brief for the West Bengal government and I cannot speak on their behalf.
Yes.
Secondly, I totally subscribe to the view of the two earlier speakers before me that the conduciveness and the country's agenda and the country's requirement is there that we celebrate our festivals together and with peace and harmony. That is what we have done in Andhra and Telangana very recently in the Dussehra and Muharram. The fact remains that why this conditions and why the situation in this country has been brought to such a head where even the police fear that there will be untoward incident. It is because of pseudo-secular nature of politicians, especially people who are there on this debate also who claim themselves to be secular but who have a different agenda altogether. So that the country today is facing a place where we have got mistrust between communities. This was not the case about 15 years back or 20 years back. We had celebrated all the festivals together in peace and quiet, and Muslims have taken part in Dussehra and Hindus have taken part in Muharram, and you must be aware that in Muharram, more than Muslims, it is Hindus who go for the alams and the processions with it in South India and other parts of the country.
The argument is being made that the concept of pseudo-secular, I'm not taking this as a debate, sir, I'm taking this as a conversation.
Of West Bengal that they should stop Dussehra, they should allow it and maintain the peace.
Okay, Tapan Ghosh, the counter argument is being made is that pseudo-secularism, the term that has been bandied about for quite a bit, also cuts both ways. What are your thoughts on this?
All these lofty words do not applicable in West Bengal. On every occasion, Hindus have to make compromise, Hindus have to make sacrifice. This is the reality. Why? There is one reason, as mentioned before, that is Muslim vote bank, 30% Muslim vote bank. But the other part of the truth is, the administration is scared of facing the violent nature of the Muslim miscreants and Muslim mobs. This is the ground reality.
And
in uncountable
okay, let me add a caveat to that.
Let me add a
caveat to that, Tapan Ghosh. Nobody is, of course, brandishing a white brush on any kind of community. There are, of course, lumpen elements in every one of these. Before I give you a chance, Mr. Rasul Khan, I know you want to come in on this. Tapan Ghosh is also with us. So is my colleague Tapas. I have some breaking developments, breaking information, in fact, breaking reactions coming in, I'm being told, on this story. The left is reacting. Let's listen in.
Well, this particular village in Birbhum, where a village a ritual is not being allowed by the police without any reason, I think so, is unfortunate. But in light of that, if there is any what you call right that the villagers would like to exercise in terms of what they believe in, should be adequately protected by the police administration, and they should go in and ensure that the situation should be adequately given security and cover.
Let me go across to my colleague Tapas, who reported this story. Tapas, this has been going on for 3 years, we understand. And what really has changed since you reported this story? You've spoken to people, politicians, establishment, government members. What is the pulse of what they have suggested to you is happening? It seems to me that everyone in Bengal is aware. It's an open secret.
Well, somewhat, yes, I agree to you. I've been to that village. It's a very remote village, around 350 kilometers away from the state capital, and it's a bordering village of West Bengal. And the problem there, there is no animosity between the communities there. I've been speaking to people there at length, and they do not have any kind of animosity among themselves. However, the question that both the communities are raising, especially the people who are advocating in favor of performing Durga Puja, is that when police or the administration is denying them the permission to perform Durga Puja, citing so-called the communal disharmony, that even they are citing it verbally, but when written denial letter are being sent to them, there's no reason being cited. They are just clearly, it's written, we have the papers, as we can see that it's clearly written, you cannot perform Durga Puja, and so kindly stay away from that. And the villagers also claims that that over a period of time since last 3 years, whenever they try to pursue the local administration or police, they were under constant threat from the police that if they try to perform
you're saying two
Durga
interesting
Puja
things here, Tapas.
Puja,
One is that on a day-to-day basis,
as well,
as is the norm in India for the past few millennia, on a day-to-day basis, there is no animosity between A group or B group or C group. They get along just fine. But when you start involving authorities, for some reason, a perception is given that there could be. Stay with me, Tapas. I've got more reactions coming in. The kind of reactions that, of course, some of us might not want to hear because hotheads make cause out of all such petty politics at the state level and turn them into their own. Listen into this.
दुर्गा पूजा रोक दी गई पुलिस के द्वारा, वहाँ मुस्लिम समुदाय की आबादी ज्यादा होने दिया गया। किस तरीके की
ये सभी घटनाएं चिंता का विषय है और सबको इसके लिए चिंता करनी पड़ेगी।
That is, of course, Praveen Togadia. Let me get Mr. Rasul Khan back into this. Mr. Rasul Khan, in an area where my colleague, our correspondent, went to the ground, he spoke with members, sir, of both community and found that they were pretty amicable, pretty amiable with each other. Then who is stirring the pot, trying to make us believe that such situations of disharmony exist?
Fortunately, this is the, fortunately, this is the situation throughout the country where there is, both the major religions are together and they would like to coexist and live together, respecting each other's festivals and each other's religion. But the fact is At some places, it is the overzealousness of the authorities who just to avoid any confrontation or an untoward situation, take resource to these type of activities, and I totally don't agree, because it is their duty that they should maintain peace and harmony and also conduct pujas in a way which can be happily done by the locals there. This is happening in Hyderabad, and we have last 3 years we have having Dasera as well as Muharram together, and other festivals are coming with Ramzan.
So you're suggesting that models
has come on the day of Ramzan.
There was no amicability can get cloudy, can get muddied.
The
with
point
political
here
intent.
is the people, no, let me complete. I will only take a minute. The animosity is very good, and it is there between the people in Bengal. It is also there in Dadri. It is also there in Muzaffarnagar. But it is the people, the lumpen elements and the pseudo-secular elements who are creating a situation where we are trying to create a situation where we suspect each other. And this is where we have to stand up and fight against it. And I am very happy that your reporter has reported that the people are living and happily coexisting.
Okay.
So this is a very bright
So
point.
the bottom
and
line,
we should go ahead
and
on this.
I'm running out of time, and I want to draw a bottom line out of this, Mr. Rasool Khan. Just stay with me, sir. Bear with me.
This is my stand.
Tapan Ghosh.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the bottom line? How do we now move away from giving 300 families in this area in Birbhum, 300 of these families, an opportunity to celebrate their religion the way they want to? How do we get to that point, sir?
Friend, I live in West Bengal. Therefore, I cannot fully blame the administration for this denial. Because the ground reality is the administration is scared of facing the violent Muslim mob. Therefore, it is easy way, not only in that remote village of Birbhum district, everywhere, to maintain law and order, to maintain peace. The easiest violent Muslim mob. Therefore, it is easy way, not only in that remote village of Birbhum district, everywhere, to maintain law and order, to maintain peace. The easiest way for the administration is to suppress.
So you're suggesting freedoms are being suppressed as a modicum of convenience instead of due diligence of the state to provide security. I'm running out of time. I want to leave the final word. I want to leave the final word with my colleague who's reported this story. Tapas, you've been there.
I will take only half a minute to
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Rasool Khan. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I would just take half a minute to counter Mr. Tapan. The way he's speaking on your channel today is to create more ill will among the community than to get them together. I strongly condemn his language, and I strongly condemn his stand on this.
Okay.
And these are the type of elements who are creating the situation that is existing today in our country.
Let
we
me
should,
respond.
as a channel responsible, we should cut
Gandhi-
down on this
Gandhi
and have
tried
a
his
sane
best.
Okay,
view
Mr. Rasool
and
Khan,
have a
Tapan
proper
goes 30
view.
seconds to respond. I'm running
His
out of time.
outrage is totally
Yes, yes.
unfounded, and he is a person who are responsible for what's happening in our country today. This is the situation.
I have to give him due chance to respond, sir.
Let me respond. Gandhiji tried throughout his life to bring this both
Let him
communities
respond.
together,
I have no problem.
and at the end, our country, our motherland has been bifurcated.
We are
And
fighting-
again, if we
we
go
are
on
fighting the
that
ideology
way,
that you represent.
our country, our West Bengal
Okay,
will be the
without getting
next,
into this
Pakistan
argument,
or next
Mr.
fighting
Ghosh,
to
I will
that
ask you to
ideology
hold
you
your thoughts, sir.
represent.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, as well, Mr. Rasool Khan. I'd like to thank my colleague Tapas because I'm out of time. Because the bottom line, of course, in all of this is that 300 families also deserve a right to their freedom of religion. And if that is being denied simply because of a fear amongst the local government authorities of having to deliver law and order, then perhaps that is unjust, because Tapas has found that on a day-to-day basis, there isn't the kind of problem that many people like to convince us there is, and we leave it on that positive note. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Short break. The big story is up next with my colleague Uday.